The Bitcoin bulls are not willing to throw in the towel just yet, and let me tell you, the shorts right now, they are sweating. But is this enough to take Bitcoin all the way up to $60,000? And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a quick update on Bitcoin. Also, happy month of December. Now, today's primary focus, guys, is going to be the monthly open for Bitcoin. Okay, that month of December. I'm not sure if you guys are keeping up, but apparently the new narrative that's on crypto Twitter is Bitcoin is going to hit all-time highs before the next halving. For those of you who are not aware when the Bitcoin halving takes place, well, it takes place in just 143 days. The block reward gets cut into half. All right, so that is set for April 2024. Okay, that's going to be the next halving. So now the narrative is this: Bitcoin is going to, well, get up to all-time highs before April 2024. Now, Sean has actually been talking about this for over 6 months now. For those of you who've been following his live streams, this has been something that's been on Sean's mind. Bitcoin getting up to those all-time highs before the halving. And is it possible? Well, honestly, from where price is at right now to even, let's just take the all-time high. That's less than a 2x. Less than a 2x in a matter of 5 months? Yeah, very, very plausible. However, we're not going to jump the gun, right? What always gives us the telltale on whether or not price could start ripping up from here is how those critical monthly and weekly candles actually close. So the main question is, how did that month of November close against those critical regions of resistance that we had overhead on the monthly time frame? So if you guys go ahead and switch on your Ichimoku cloud, okay, we were primarily looking at two regions. We were looking at the Kijun, we were looking at the Tenkin. The Tenkin we had cleared out back in October of this year. What a beautiful close over that region, right? So now the very next resistance that we had overhead was the Kijun, right, which is the red line. And we were looking for Bitcoin to close the month of November over that region, which came in at around $36,000. Did we close over? Yes, we did. And we saw immediate continuation to the upside so far. This month of December has just begun, okay? It's December 3rd today. Now, why is this such a big deal, guys? Why is this such a big deal? Well, let me show you the historic significance of price against those cloud levels on the monthly time frame. All right, I'm taking you guys on over to a fresh chart. This is it right here. This is the index chart for Bitcoin. And okay, we've closed one candle over that region, but also notice when prices did break down into bear market territory, what was that final level that we lost? Once again, that was the monthly cloud level. That was the monthly Kijun that was lost. And then we saw a swift move to the downside, guys. We were looking at a 50% dump to the downside. All right, so once again, critical level, even as support. When that support broke, that's when we saw bear market territory for Bitcoin. Now, this is the first time since that bear market began that we have actually reclaimed both cloud levels, the Tenkin, which is the blue line, and the Kijun, the red line. So this is a huge cyclical move as it is. Now, let me take you back into history. Okay, now this was price emerging out of that COVID dump. Notice price consolidated against these two levels, the Tenkin and the Kijun, okay, respecting it as resistance overhead and support underneath us. And only when we took out the Kijun did we actually see price hold that as support, respect that to the T, and that was off to the races for Bitcoin, right? From where we took it out all the way up to the 60K highs, we were looking at a good 500% to the upside. And what's important to note about price reclaiming a key region of resistance, essentially resistance over here, right? The Kijun was resistance turned into support. That is telling you that, hey, the likely outcome from this juncture is price continuation to the upside. Assess it in terms of outcomes. Okay, based on how price has reacted off a region of support or resistance, you can then take that information and decipher the highest probable outcome from those closes. Okay, so when price reclaimed this region, that was telling us that, hey, the high probability outcome was continuation to the upside. Now notice how well it worked even in this region right here, right? From 3K all the way up to 14K. Now notice, 3K up to 14K, did we see any closes over that Tenkin right there, over that cloud region? No. Price rejected it on 1, 2, 3. 3 attempts of the bulls trying to reclaim that region, and they failed on all 3 attempts. And these monthly candles are critical. And why is that? Because each candle is a good 30 to 31 days of price action. And you can see that we put in a series of lower highs, right? On every attempt was a series of lower highs right there, right? Now, once again, let's go back into history. Let's see how prices performed even right here. Perfect. Now, this was the market phase of 2016, I believe. Yes, 2016. We got 2 confirmed candle closes over the cloud levels right here, over that Kijun, and that was off to the races, where Bitcoin essentially went from, let's take it at the highest close, okay, $748 all the way up to $20,000 per Bitcoin. Okay, what was that move? Okay, let's be even modest about it. That was a good 2,360% to the upside. Now, so far, Bitcoin has had only one violation on this Ichimoku signature in the past. Okay, and it was this violation right here, where price closed one candle over the Kijun and the Tenkin. Okay, so we cleared all cloud levels, but only for the next candle to close slightly underneath the Kijun, which then led to a move to the downside. But that too, guys, was a buy the dip opportunity, because at that point you need to understand that Bitcoin had already shown its hand. It already told market participants that, hey, I am currently in an uptrend. I'm putting in a series of higher lows and higher highs on this chart. This is your opportunity to get in. If you found that you are short Bitcoin, here is your opportunity. I'm serving it to you on a platter. And where did it bounce off of? Once again, the cloud level at that Tenkin right there. And so far, guys, throughout Bitcoin's history, we've had a few instances of, well, price up against the monthly cloud levels, but on all instances, it has served as a good signature on whether or not you can expect continuation or you can expect rejection. So far, we've only had one violation on these levels. All right, so now for those of you wondering, well, Krisha, are you trying to say that this is it? Is Bitcoin getting into that bull run phase? Honestly, guys, Bitcoin has been in a bull run ever since we've been doing this. All right, this entire phase right here has been Bitcoin getting into its initial markup phase of the bull run. This is the beginning of the bull run. We have been in this run up since, I think, Jan of this year. Yeah, March of this year. That's when Bitcoin actually started its markup phase. So I have not changed my tune on that. Okay, and I believe that, yes, we're getting into the bull run. The next cycle has begun. It has already begun. Make no mistake of that. So now I think the main question is, okay, is this it? Does Bitcoin actually get up to 60K or maybe even higher from here? I'll be completely honest with you, and I want you guys to look at this chart without any biases, okay? Whether you have your position, congratulations to you. If you don't have your position, still try and look at this chart with as little bias as possible. You gotta be price agnostic if you wanna still be a part of this move. For those of you in the Mango Sprouts program, this is a great chart to be practicing your support and resistances on. I've done quite a few examples in the latest module, so go ahead and check it out. But just check out the previous price action, historic price action, okay? If we really have to draw on the next region of resistance, 60K, yeah. It is one of the primary targets on the chart right now as things stand. But now, is that the only target? Is there nothing else that falls between where price is at right now, which is $39,000, all the way up to 60K? Is that just one straight volatile move to the upside? I don't think so, okay? If we have to really assess historic price action, okay, just look at these candles right here. I think there is another target, okay? There's another interim target that I will be looking at, which only comes in at around $47,000. But between where price is at right now to 47K, I'm seeing nothing. I genuinely think that price could get up there sooner rather than later. And while this might look very, very minuscule on my chart, let me show you the percent move, okay? From where price is at right now to $47,000, that's a good 21% to the upside. 21%. Let that sink in. Okay, and that could happen relatively fast, all right? And not just that, guys. On this monthly time frame, I had shown you one more thing last month, actually. It's been a while since I last covered Bitcoin. But last month, I brought up a beautiful pattern play to you guys, which was this. This was the bottom formation that Bitcoin had building on it ever since the bear market territory. But this was a beautiful, beautiful bullish cup and handle-like formation that led to a breakout, right? Which then led to, well, Bitcoin getting into the rest of its markup phase. But check this out. This is the cup and handle-like formation. And if I have to go ahead and take the measured move of the cup and handle and plot it on the break, and that will take Bitcoin all the way up to $60,000. Just look at the confluence on that, right? And if we're being honest, like, really got to assess this. What is the direction of most pain right now? Is it up or is it down? in my opinion, is still to the upside. I feel like a lot of people are still left without their Bitcoin positions. A lot of people right now are finding that they are short Bitcoin. Okay, what happens when prices keep pumping up? Well, they capitulate on being short, and that's when they're just like, I cannot take this anymore. I cannot, be here without my Bitcoin position. I'm just going to jump in. I want to get out of this painful position of not having my Bitcoin. So yeah, price is currently sitting at 47K. Fine, whatever. I'm just going to get in right here. What happens when the shorts capitulate on being short Bitcoin? Well, prices end up going up even further, right? Because now they all end up buying Bitcoin at higher prices. And that's how we could very well see 60K before the halving if we start seeing the shorts capitulate, whether they're in leverage positions or if they find that, hey, they wanted to buy spot, but they did not get in on time, right? Even those guys, they start buying at these higher prices. Alrighty, so that's how we could potentially see 60K, but if I'm being honest, that the interim target of 47K still holds. And it's not just 47K that comes in right there, but it's also what? Well, it's that weekly cloud level, right? If I go ahead and turn on my Ichimoku cloud, I technically already had that on, but we were also looking at 42K as the interim target right here. So I think the next target to the upside is going to be a range of sorts. Okay, I'm going to be looking at this and we can sort of box it out for ourselves. Yes, it's a very thick zone of a target that I'm looking at, which comes in at around 42.2K going all the way up to 47.7K. But yeah, I think that is going to be the next primary target for Bitcoin. From where price is at right now to 42K, I mean, we're almost there. It's crazy. It's good. That's going to be a good 7% to the upside. But from where price is at right now to 47K, that's a good 21% to the upside. And honestly, guys, if you have been following Mango for some time, there was this one very, very profitable trade setup that Sean and I have been riding for some time now. And what was that trade? It was a very clear edge to edge on the cloud, from one edge of the cloud all the way to the top edge of the cloud, which just in this range, guys, was a good 60%. Okay, this was on our thumbnails, for Christ's sake. Okay, it was on many of our thumbnails. You guys can go ahead, go into the history of the channel, and you'll see this trade setup on there. The edge to edge on the cloud, and just look how beautifully it's actually playing out right now. We're almost at the top of the cloud. All right, sometimes it's always in the simplicity where you can find the most profitable trades. So watch out for these trade setups when they do present themselves, because more often than not, they play out like a dream. But the one level that I'm going to give the most importance, okay, now this is my personal thing, the most importance is going to be 42.2K. Okay, I was telling Sean that today. He says no, he's looking at higher than 42.2K as his critical level, but mine is going to be 42.2K. What am I looking for? To be very, very specific. Once again, disclaimer, this is my system, okay? What I personally am going to be looking for at 42.2K is I want to see a monthly close over this level. All right, one monthly close over this level, two, okay, without too much added volatility, brilliant. But at the very least, one monthly close over this level is going to give me a huge bullish sign. All right, at which point, guys, I will be expecting massive continuation to the upside. All right, 60K is on the books. Higher than 60K, hell yeah, on the books. All right, 42.2K monthly closes. So yes, you are going to be waiting the 31 days until the monthly closes before we could anticipate further upside for Bitcoin. All right, now for those of you asking, okay, Krisha, you're saying that we get up to these targets. Do we see any possible pullback opportunity? Well, for that, guys, honestly, just get on over to your Mango dashboard. Get onto the Mango dashboard. You'll find this on app.mangoresearch.co. We have built the dashboard essentially to help us identify trades worth looking at, essentially all coins worth looking at, as well as help us identify when can we really expect those pullback opportunities. Whether you're looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of those amazing altcoins out there, if you want to figure out whether or not you could expect a pullback opportunity, look towards the dashboard. We have built this to give you those amazing insights. Okay, now as far as Bitcoin is concerned, get into the drop-down menu. This is the multi-time frame view, right? Usually when you see these pullbacks play out, they start from your lower time frames and then cascade on over to higher time frames. We have bullish trends across the board telling us that, hey, the bulls are in control on every time frame. Positive returns telling us that, hey, they're seeing follow through on those time frames. It's not like the trend is long, but we're seeing negative returns saying that they're losing steam. No, positive returns on all those time frames, and also volatility, guys. it's healthy enough to tell me that the bulls have a bit more juice left in them. Okay, 59 on the 4-hour time frame, very healthy. I think the bulls could take this up quite a bit. And notice there are no flags for concern. Okay, there's nothing alluding to any sort of weakness on Bitcoin's charts so far. So yeah, based on the insights from the dashboard, I think $42,000 is likely going to be first stop. So yeah, this is all I have for you guys for today. For those of you in the Mango Sprouts program, guys, this is a great chart to be practicing your latest module on, okay? So precision, support, and resistance regions. Let me take you guys on there. Perfect. This is the Mango Sprouts program, guys. You can find this on the mango.com/sprouts. This is to help you guys, well, really prepare for this bull run to come. I've been structuring Sprouts in a way such that everything that you learn in every module can be applied to the charts ASAP. All right, I want you guys to get at least a few good strategies, a few good pointers from every module. That way you can jump into the charts and start practicing right off the bat. Now in the latest module, we go over precision, support, and resistance trading. I uploaded a brand new lesson in here, which is appraising support and resistance, essentially telling you how to determine whether a region is strong or weak. When can you really expect a region of resistance, as in Bitcoin, right? This was Keynesian right here. When can we actually expect these levels to break, right? When do we really prepare for a break versus, hey, we're at resistance, we're likely going to see a rejection and then a meltdown? How do you know whether it's going to break or it's going to melt down? Well, in this latest lesson, I give you some tips on how to, well, determine which ones are strong versus which ones are weak. So go ahead and check it out if you haven't already done so. For those of you looking to jump into the Sprouts, you'll find this on the mango.com/sprouts. The early bird sale is still on. It's currently going for $2.99. Of course, as I introduce new modules in here, the price will be going up. Okay, so just a quick heads up on that. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed today's analysis on Bitcoin. If you did, smash the like button, and I will see you guys in the next update. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.